Well, one of the big takeaways from today's speech is definitely going to be the announcement on one rank, one pension for ex-military veterans. That's a commitment that P. Chidambaram has made. He has said that the government has accepted it in principle and it will be implemented from the fiscal year 2014. Remember, over the last decade or more, successive governments, successive administrations have dilly-dallied over this extremely sensitive demand of the military forces. It has been put down to being an excessive cost. It has been put down to a lack of political consensus. But remember, this announcement comes just a couple of days after Rahul Gandhi, the Vice President of the Congress, actually met with ex-servicemen in Delhi and said he supported their cause and would do everything he could to make sure that they got what they wanted. I want to bring in Editor Strategic Affairs, Gaurav Sawant, for a quick word on this. Gaurav, you reported this story first here 72 hours ago. 3 days ago, your story was the first here on Headlines Today to put out that the OROP demand, one rank, one pension demand, was not only on the table, not only was Rahul Gandhi going to be, expressing his support for it, but it was very likely that after that support was expressed, the government would take it up. And that's precisely what's happened, Gaurav.
Oh, absolutely. And as you know, well, Shiv, this has been a long-standing demand of the armed forces. For over 30 years, veterans have been campaigning for one rank, one pension. Bureaucrats have given it to themselves when secretaries to Government of India or when army commanders or chiefs retire. The earlier chiefs get the same pension as the current chief would get when he retires, but the same does not percolate down to a Jawan or to other officers of the Indian Armed Forces. Now, P. Chidambaram, the finance minister, has said that the government accepts the principle of one rank, one pension, and he's setting aside 500 crore rupees for it. But once again, the armed forces are still waiting to read the fine print before they pop the bubbly. For one reason, the government had initially said that this is something that will cost 1,600 crore rupees to the exchequer. The finance minister has set aside only 500 crore rupees. So what happens? Is there a cut-off date that has been set? Will bureaucrats actually implement it? The government has in the past taken several decisions that bureaucrats haven't implemented in the past. So,
yes.
So the veterans are happy. A 30-year-old war has been won, but there still may be some battles ahead before it's implemented, Shiv.
And it's, it's ironic, Gaurav, even though the decision itself cannot be questioned, it's noble and, it should be welcomed overall, given, like you said, a war that has been fought over 30 years by veterans, but one can't, ignore the timing, coming as it does just before the elections, and also the fact that, veterans will still need to be skeptical, like you rightly point, because there could be fine print, and if the activities of the bureaucracy in the past has been anything to go by, then soldiers won't have much confidence in just a couple of sentences from the finance minister.
Does the government actually have the intent, as you rightly pointed out, to see this to its logical conclusion, or will bureaucracy once again step in the way? Because one rank, one pension, as you absolutely correctly pointed out, Shiv, Rahul Gandhi, the Congress Party Vice President, just 3 days ago, he called about 1,000+ veterans when he spoke to the veterans, and some of these were 1962 war veterans, some of them who had just retired. They came from Punjab, Haryana, Himachal Pradesh, Rajasthan. All of them said one principal demand is one rank, one pension. And Rahul Gandhi said, wait, there may be some good news for you. So all of this, as you rightly pointed out, does appear orchestrated just before elections. And then where will the money come from? It's for the next government to find money for it and to find intent to implement this.
That's right.
So once again, the armed forces and the veterans say they'll have to read the fine print before they start celebrating.
Well, they will have to read the fine print on pretty much everything before they start celebrating. Gaurav, you reported that story first. Congratulations on getting it right. Thanks for joining us on this story. We will keep tracking it to its logical conclusion here.